Welcome, friends. My name is Brian Benson, founder of InspireLink.com, and we are helping people achieve their dreams. And today we have somebody who helps people achieve their dreams every single day, Andy Robinson. He focuses on helping high-performing executives and business leaders maximize their influence and impact. He works with business owners, executive and senior leadership team members, and team leaders. Andy, thanks for being here today.
Great to be here, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't you kind of go through your journey a little bit? Just how did you get into this world of helping the executive leaders?
Well, I kind of, like a lot of people, I kind of fell into it. It was an evolution into it. I graduated from Georgia Tech, got my master's degree there, went to work for the firm that was Coopers & Lybrand, and at the time became PricewaterhouseCoopers. And I was a consultant with PricewaterhouseCoopers for 10 years. And one of my jobs, in addition to the work that I was doing, I was in the corporate finance practice there. I'm a CPA by background, a numbers person. And I did a lot of M&A due diligence and deal type work, corporate finance type work. But we were in an acquisition mode. The firm was in an acquisition mode during my last 4 or 5 years there. And I was asked to be a part of a team that was out looking for smaller firms that we could bring under the PricewaterhouseCoopers umbrella into our consulting practice. And as part of that process, we would interview business owners that ran small boutique kind of consulting practices. We did litigation support and M&A work and bankruptcy and turnaround consulting work. So we were looking for practices that specialized that. And I was on a team that did the due diligence, would go out and meet with the partners. And as we would bring people into the practice, I got involved in helping them to assimilate into the firm and provided coaching as a result of that. And I also was leading the team that was out looking for partnerships and small businesses that we could bring into the firm. So I was doing a combination of recruiting businesses and coaching people that came into the practice, and began doing more and more of that and less of the corporate finance work. The good thing about that is I enjoyed it. The bad thing about that was I was no longer a big revenue producer. I was kind of part of the overhead. So I convinced the firm to allow me to continue doing that, but to let me do that on the outside, let me make that what I do for a living. And the firm ended up retaining me to continue doing that work. So that was my first client, PricewaterhouseCoopers. I continued doing that for them, recruiting for them and onboarding and assimilating senior level, partner level individuals, men and women, into the practice. And my business kind of assimilated from there. I got involved in other clients. I got involved in recruiting partners with other big consulting firms, the Anderson Consultings of the world, Booz Allen. And again, part of the process, the main part of the process, was to stick with those individuals and help them become the best that they can be in the practice. And I moved away from recruiting. My wife took over the recruiting side of the business, and I became the person that continued to work with the executives that we placed into firms. And I built my practice around that. And that's what I'm continuing to do, and I've been doing now for 20 years.
Wow, that's impressive. So you basically became like an intrapreneur. You almost started your own business within
a big firm, and it was a way of doing something that was not risky. There was no capital investment. The firm basically invested in me by allowing me to take what I was doing outside and paid me a 1-year retainer to continue doing that. And all I had to do was perform, and I performed, and they continued to work with me. And then I expanded my client base from there. So it was a great way to do something that I didn't even know that I was going to love, 5 years before that I fell in love with, and I still love it today. The CPA, the numbers side of the business, gave me a great foundation because I can read financial statements, I understand the numbers, but that's not what I do now. But that talent and that skill still continues to serve me in working with business owners and business leaders.